So I, like everyone else, found out that Tim Curry passed away yesterday. And of course, this is doubly sad because we also lost Dolly Parton yesterday. But I didn't have much of a relationship with Dolly Parton. I know how much people loved her, and I know how great her music is. And she seemed to be a very decent human being. But my awareness of Dolly was, really sort of began and ended with her music. But Tim Curry, so a lot of you know this, I moved around a lot as a kid, and it wasn't until I started middle school that I stayed in one place for longer than a couple of years. And it's not easy to make friends when you're starting a new school every single year, or every few years. And I made friends with the drama kids in middle school, and even the kids who were sort of on the fringe of the drama kids, like the kids that were, not quite popular enough to get in the plays, but still loved theater and loved movies. And anyway, the point is, I had not had, really good friends, or lasting friends for many years. And I don't want to say her name because I don't want to dox her or myself, but we will call her S. And S and her gay best friend took me to a midnight showing of the Rocky Horror Picture Show when I was, 13, 14. And it was amazing. I had never seen so many kooky people in one place, and so many people that were just so happy to be dressing up as characters from the Rocky Horror Picture Show, or just dressing up in general. You got a bunch of people dressed up like Tim Burton characters. You had men in dresses, which for me at the time, that was a big deal. I went to church every Sunday. It's not something you saw. And Tim Curry it's such a meme now. The Rocky Horror Picture Show isn't transgressive at all anymore. It's part of, hell, it aired on, what was it, ABC a few years ago? When they did that live, it was probably more than a few years ago. But the Rocky Horror Picture Show, it's not, it's not anarchic anymore. It's not counterculture. It's just part of the culture. But at the time, for me, that was a big deal. And Tim Curry in that movie is so fucking good. That movie is ridiculous. The musical is ridiculous, but it's supposed to be ridiculous, But Tim Curry is even though the movie is silly, and deliberately cheesy, he's just electric. He's there's a reason why that role has just followed him throughout his career, because he's so he's sexy. That's the thing. It's he's sexy in that role. He's so confident. That was the thing. As a man who considers himself fairly cemented on the straight side of the very, large sexual spectrum, the confidence of this man to dress and act, and his makeup looks phenomenal in that movie, but he's just sort of I'm gonna fuck you. It's gonna happen, and I know you want to fuck me. That is something that a young teenage boy can take to heart. Anyway, the point is, going to that showing of Rocky Horror, and then going to many showings after that, and learning all the songs and singing the songs with my theater friends, like both S and her friends, and then other, theater kids in the future. Like, that was a really big deal. That was a really big deal to me. And and Tim Curry at the center of that. And of course he's, done incredible roles since then. I mean, he's still my favorite Pennywise. I mean, no shade to, the new movies, but he's just horrendously scary in that movie. But even like, silly movies like Congo, or classics like Clue, or fucking, Hexus in Fern Gully, and a billion other roles that he's just in, he just pops up in. He was a legend. And legend, fucking, he's in Legend. That voice, that confidence, that charisma, that presence, on the screen and on the stage. He's a personal hero of mine, and I'm sad that we've lost him, and that, he was very old, and that's the way of things. We lose people, and it sucks, but he got a great career, and he meant a lot to me and all my little goblin theater friends, and I just wanted to share that.